Good morning, beautiful ladies. Wow. I am super excited to be here this morning, to be making this speech to you. And first and foremost, I want you to please give a round of applause to the organizers of this event. Just like the previous speaker that has spoken before me, this is actually a day that is dedicated to celebrating girls like you around the world, you know. And it is because of what you represent. It is because of the power that you bring. All over the world, 11th of October is set aside, you know, with the aim of helping to raise awareness about the challenges that girls like you face because of your gender. But I'm going to make it very simple for you because I want you to really take something very important out of today's session, right? I'm going to be sharing examples with you and my personal thoughts from my journey, from the things that I've gone through. Having been a child like you and being a mother of 4 beautiful girls. So please permit me to share some of my experience. And I hope that it inspires you and motivates you to be your best selves and to be able to shape, you know, the world for the better. So the theme of this year's International Day of the Girl Child is, who knows the theme? Maybe I should just ask you first. Who knows the theme of today's event? Please. Somebody raise their hand. Please go ahead. So DoTheDream is the organization that is doing this. Who wants to try? Please go ahead. Yes. Educate the youth, build the nation. Who else? Say that again. Okay, so all of you are right, but the theme of this year's International Day of the Girl Child is, somebody is raising an hand. Okay, please go ahead. Empower our well-being. Well, this is our time, our rights, and our future, right? We want to talk about what your rights are and how you can use that to harness your future. But today, before I go on, I would like to really say a very big thank you to my role model, my mentor, who has given me the opportunity to represent her, Folake Odediran, the general manager of Sanofi. She's unavoidably absent and she sends her love and her regards. Right, thank you very much. Today, I'm going to be speaking on the topic, the role of the African child. You know, your role as a girl in building the Africa of our dreams. First and foremost, I want you to understand, contrary to the belief that the world has put out there, that it is not a mistake that you are a girl, and being a girl child is not in any form or way a disadvantage. Rather, it is an opportunity for you to be able to do good works and to be able to make a lot of positive changes in our education sector, in our economy, in Nigeria and in Africa as a whole. Now, I remember back then, my mother had to have 9 children. Why? Because she wanted a male child. And guess what? Today, part of our female children is a magistrate, we have an entrepreneur, we have a microbiologist, we have me standing here. This is all to let you know that it is not a disadvantage that you are a woman or that you are a girl, and you can be all that you want to be. No one can stop you except you stop yourself. Now, today's topic, which is what we want to look at deeply, is more a call for you to know that you have a major role to play in helping to shape the Africa of our dream, to shape the Nigeria that we want to see. And I'm going to be giving you 5 important tips for you on what you need to do to help us to shape the Africa of our dream. As I look around this room, I just have a lot of nostalgia, remembering how I was growing up. Here I see potential doctors, engineers, lawyers, magistrates, and people that are going to shape Nigeria and Africa for the good. Right, so the 5 tips I want to give you, I want you to hold it very dearly and, take it to heart. And just like the last speaker said, ensure that you not only listen, but you work with it. The first thing is to get educated. Most of us today are in school, right? But I can tell you that in the future, for some of you, because of your background and some of the things you're going through, you may find yourself in a situation where it feels like you should just give up and probably just go and learn a trade. But I want to tell you that education is like having superpowers. How many of us have like superpowers? You have those superpowers that we admire. Education is like superpowers. It's not just your rights, but it is your voice. It is your hammer. It's like the key that you can use to unlock potentials, right? So with education, you can be anything you want to be. And for every time that you take your book, you attend lessons, you go to classes, instead of playing video games on your phone, you are researching on how you can be better. Then you are unlocking potentials for yourself to be able to achieve your dream. I'll give you a practical example. When I was growing up and things became a little rough for my parents, I was opportune to have like a woman living beside us. She had like the biggest hairdressing salon at the time. And so I just went there to say, okay, so since I'm out of secondary school and it's not looking like there is money, let me just go there and start learning the skill. And of course, because as a child, I'm very warm and very friendly, a lot of customers like me, so they would tip me here and there. And after a while, I just thought, is there any point going to school? Really, I'll just learn this trade in 1.5 years. I'm out and I'll be able to set up something. But deep down within me, I looked back and I said, no, this is not what I want to do. Poverty is not going to be an excuse for me not to forge ahead. Rather, I'm going to forge ahead in life so that I can give my children a better tomorrow. And here I am today because I did not give up. I am able to, achieve my dream. So my point is, education, your parents have given you the platform. It may not be the best of everything you have, but you have to have that power. You have to be determined to push yourself and to be the best that you can be when it comes to your education. The second example, the second point I want to leave with you is, don't limit yourself. Do not limit yourself. So in Nigeria of today and in the Africa that we want to build, the Africa of our dream, is that Africa where a girl is not limited because she's a girl, because of her gender, but she has equal rights, equal opportunity, and equal recognition. So you have to talk to yourself and say, how far can I dream? Where do I see myself? What do I want to become? There is nobody stopping you. There is nobody stopping you. There's a saying that when the mind can conceive it, the hand can achieve it. I'll give you an example with my daughter. So my daughter, Oyinkosola the first, she's 14 now, but at a very, very early age, she developed a passion for writing. Of course, like mothers in the house will bear me witness. Most of the times when she's writing, I was like, drop, stop writing. Keep reading your book. Focus on your education. But guess what? Oyinkosola would just say, Mommy, don't worry. She would write book. And before the age of 8, she will write books and she will sell it to her cousins and her uncles. Of course, those ones will pay 200 naira, pay 500 naira. Today, I am happy to let you know that Oyinkosola and her friends, they have co-founded what we call the Pretty Intelligent Girls. It's called Pigs, and our books is on Amazon. And our friends are all over the world. Their books is on different platforms, and she's making money from it from the age of 10. Same Oyinkosola, after a while, just looked up and said, Mommy, I want to be a millionaire. I want to be rich. I want to take you everywhere around the world. And she started coming up with different ideas. And I keep saying, no, focus on your education. Guess what Oyinkosola did? Today, she is the CEO of Main Street Desert. You can check her out on Instagram at the age of 14. What does that say to you? If you don't stop yourself, no one can stop you. You can dream. It's free to dream. You can dream to be whoever you want to be, whatever you want to be. You can dream. As a matter of fact, my daughter dreams so big, the things that I have not even achieved, that I don't even know. She dreams so wide, and she ensures that she's working at it every day. So I won't be surprised that she's going to be one of the youngest, millionaires or entrepreneurs in the next couple of years. So I'm challenging you today, do not let anything stop you. If you don't stop yourself, no one will stop you. I want you to be able to break the status quo when things are not working well. At some point, I'm sorry I'm giving you an example of Oyinko, but she's 14 and I'm sure you can relate to her story. So we changed our school from a girls-only school to a mixed school. And in our former school, Oyinko used to play basketball. When she got to this new school, they said, oh, basketball is for boys and she can't play. Oyinko got so angry, she went to fight with the principal. She fought with her sports prefect and said, Mommy, I hope you are not going to allow them to do this to me. I want to play basketball. And today, basketball is one of the games being played in that school because a 14-year-old child stood up to to challenge status quo. So I want to tell you, wherever you are, when things are not going, don't say I'm a girl. Don't sit back. Don't let anybody make you feel that because you are a girl, you cannot amount to anything. You must push yourself and make sure that nothing stops you. Now, the third one that I'm going to say, and I want you to listen attentively, is that you should find mentors and role models. I mean, that grammar seems very big, but what it simply means is that look around you. Who are the people that have walked the journey that you want to work on? Who are the people that have maybe achieved something? Is it in, I don't know, whatever your dream, ambitions are, whether you want to become a footballer, you want to become a doctor, you want to become a writer. There are so many people around you that you can, go to them and let them lead you, let them direct you, let them share some of their successes or their stories with you. And that way you will be able to rise up and become who you are going to be able to learn from their experiences so that you don't make the mistakes they make. And guess what? Not only can you get mentors, you can also be mentors yourself. You can look for people in your family, your siblings, your juniors, even your senior. Let your light shine. Don't let anyone dim it for you. You can be examples of good behavior, character. Some girls can really insult when they open their mouth to talk. You will wonder, oh my God, where is this coming from? But no, you can choose to be an example, to be a role model so that people look at you and they want to be like you. Now, my fourth point is that never give up. Continue to push yourself. And I say that because all the people here will tell you that the road to success comes with a lot of challenges. There will be a lot of times where you will feel like throwing in the towel. Now, I'll go back to the story I shared just before I entered school. So eventually I gained admission to the university. And guess what? It became so tricky. Things became so bad. I was in a state university. And at the time, most of the people in my sets will probably do a lot of things for money. Some of them would sleep with men. Some of them would do all sorts of things that, you don't want to talk about. But guess what? I told myself, as long as I am here, I am going to ensure that I come out with a first class in the university so that I'm not just going to work anywhere. I want to work in the best of the organization. My parents didn't have money. They didn't go to school. But I told myself, I am going to do the things my parents have not achieved. I pushed myself. At some point, I told you I learned hairdressing in school. I had to support myself in school through the hairdressing. I was doing everything. But one thing I said is, I'm not going to fail. You are going to come out with the best of grades so that you can work in the best of places. And today, the rest is history, like they say. So I want to challenge you. The honest truth is, most of you will probably wonder, you don't know what I'm going through. You don't know how difficult things are. You don't know how we don't have money to even eat at home. You don't know. I know. And it's not easy. At some point, I had to walk in my life. It was not funny. A lot of temptation, a lot of challenges. But here I am today. If I tell you that I've worked as a house help before, would you believe me? Exactly. But because I was clear on where I wanted to get to in life, and I was ready to do whatever it takes to get me there, today I am here and I am proud to be able to speak to you. So I want to encourage you that you don't give up on your dream. Continue to fight. The starting point is you understand what you want to achieve. And there are different ways you can look at it. For me, it was the fact that the poverty was too much growing up. And I will go to some people's houses, they will cook with gas. My mom will cook with stove, black. I don't want to cook like that. I prefer the one that is gas and fine. I wanted the good things of life. I didn't want to suffer. So that was one of my motivation, because I wanted my children to have a better tomorrow. So I want you to push yourself and don't give up. No matter what the challenges are, tell yourself, I'm going to do what it takes. There is no free lunch or free meal in Freetown. Anybody that is successful today, it is because they have done what it takes for them to be successful. Last but not the least, the fifth point is for you to empower yourselves. Look for like minds, girls like you. One of the ways, the surest way to success is for you to look at people of like minds that are going the same direction like you and work with them. My story, like when I was in school, I can tell you that there were a lot of people that they were just there, no future ambition. But for me, I wanted to come out with first class. So I looked for people in my class that were going the same direction, and we were friends. You understand? I want to encourage you. Let's stop all this jealousy, hatred, unhealthy rivalry, pulling each other down, talking down on one another. Together, your voices is powerful to be able to make the change we want to see. Part of the issues that we are suffering today as girls is because of how the nation is and how Africa is. But if you put your voices together and hold each other by the hand, you would realize that you can make a lot of changes and help us to change, Africa and make it the Africa of our dream. And I hope that you guys will do that. I just want to, in closing, I'd like to encourage all the society at large, the adults, the teachers that are here. Please, let us do our best. Let us rise up to support the girl child. Let us do our best to stop the discrimination, the stereotyping. So many times I've heard teachers say things like, how can you, a boy, be copying from a girl? And you see, the thing the teacher is talking about is not even the exam malpractice, but the teacher is so bothered about the fact that a boy child is copying from the girls. Let us stop all that. Like they say, let the girl child breathe. Let them breathe. Let them not feel less than a woman, less than the guys. They have a lot of potentials. They have a lot of things. A lot of times we indirectly, talk them down, make them feel inferior, make them feel less than themselves. Let us rise up today and embrace gender equality. And to my beautiful girls, I want to tell you, your dream is valid and your future is bright, and no one can take it away from you. So today I want you to hold your dream, fight for your rights, because the future of Africa and that of Nigeria is in your hand. I believe in you, and I look forward to seeing you at the top when you do good things for the nation. Thank you very much for listening.